Collaborating for outcomes in children. Transdisciplinary practice with early childhood professionals. Professional partnerships give greater opportunity for children with additional needs to have their needs holistically and comprehensively met in their educational setting. Specialists who partner for improved outcomes with additional needs children include occupational therapists, speech therapists, and child psychologists. They bring their own interventions, goals, and strategies with their practice into the child's educational setting. From Bronfenbrenner, there is a picture drawn of the child as an individual surrounded by systems, their home and educational setting being two of these. Specialists with specific knowledge enter these systems. The child's caregivers, educators, early childhood professionals, and therapists, according to the child's needs, delivering better outcomes. Outcomes which could not be matched within only one field of expertise. Working in partnership for goals and strategy sharing, with overlapping transdisciplinary knowledge folded into practice and planning. We see specific disciplinary overlap of knowledge, including interventions, goals, and strategies from therapists, interwoven through the planning cycle of educators. This empowers the inclusion of therapist-specific knowledge into their reflective practice and planning, with shared goals and strategies for positive interventions. Given the overlap of disciplines, there is a collaborative folding of invaluable knowledge into planning and practice. This includes from families, therapists, and educators for the child's learning opportunities in their educational setting. This works towards building a transdisciplinary knowledge base for engaging the child in their educational setting. A more efficient, cost-effective, less intrusive and confusing process for families. Transdisciplinary practice creates a more coherent experience in planning specific goals for meeting the child's additional needs. This includes implementing strategies addressing these needs and working towards disability-related goals. The Victorian Government highlight the formation of transdisciplinary teams of early childhood professionals and educators as best practice for early intervention. This includes the arranging of collaborative transdisciplinary networks. With ecological systems working well together around the child, the improvements are felt within the child's educational and family setting, making for a more equitable practice, empowering the child to participate fully, with goals around their needs planned for in the curriculum. However, quality comes at a cost, with conditional funding available. The child's deficits unlock funding. Confronting prospects for caregivers, such as diagnostic labelling, a diagnosis and identifying deficits are the key to unlocking the funding needed to access therapists and transdisciplinary practice. This puts additional pressure on families and children. While this is a sensitive time, yet necessary in order to access the funding needed. This is confronting, as best practice for educators revolves around strengths, not deficits. Aside from funding, therapeutic strategies are incorporated into those already familiar to educators, such as play-based learning. Children with a disability have funding access according to their needs through the National Disability Insurance Scheme, or or NDIS, specifically including early intervention for support as early as possible, including within their educational setting. Various funding envelopes from the state government can be applied for, including kindergarten inclusion support. Understanding the NDIS and the Information and Application Kit for Kindergarten Inclusion Support are great documents for information on applying for these areas of funding. So, with transdisciplinary teams around your child, they are well supported